Thank you for coming. My name is Laura Waldrop, and my final project is on Walmart customer service training needs. I am a master's student in the Human Capital Development program, and I have a master's degree in the Higher Education program. In this presentation, I will review the course deliverables as described in my contract. My problem statement is customer service is an industry that touches most everyone. We rely on customer service agents to be responsive and to have comprehensive understanding of how to help the customers. So while customer service agents are critical to our society, there are a number of challenges associated with recruiting, retaining, and developing customer service agents at Walmart's contact center. There have been recent complaints regarding the customer service at the Walmart contact center. Walmart contact center's customer service training is outdated, and based on the recent complaints about customer service, the training program needs to be redesigned. Here we have the project goal and objectives. The objectives' success are measured by customer satisfaction surveys, which will be measured by 4 out of 5 points on an online scale survey method. If the average score is met, this will measure the success of the training program and customer satisfaction. The surveys and questionnaires will be collected at 90 days, 6 months, and 1-year evaluations. Walmart's managers, directors, and trainers will score and trend the data collected from the surveys to determine whether or not the objectives and goals have been met. The 15% return on investment within a year will be measured by the net program benefits divided by the program costs times 100. The costs associated with the program are as follows, but not limited to training, equipment, extended training and achievement test, training assessments, surveys, questionnaires, and VoIP systems and monitorings. In order to measure the online traffic, the managers, directors, and supervisors will trend historical data year to date over last year's data to compare increases and adjust scheduling for employees based on when calls are forecasted to be heavy over real-time location data and target segmentation metrics, and lastly, crowdsourcing. Will be measured by the managers, directors, and tracking 15% new hire retention within a year after the project end date. The level 5 ROI objective will be measured by the managers, directors, and supervisors, tracking 15% new hire retention within a year after the project end date. On this slide is the project scope. A project team will be put together to develop a new customer service training program. This project was selected as it is complex and requires a deliverable based on a defined timeline. It is sufficiently complex and can be measured for success indicators. Our project stakeholder at Walmart.com is Ms. Deborah Williams from the Walmart Contact Center located in Bentonville, Arkansas. The resolution for measuring the employee training proficiency and retaining the employee after training will consist of an evaluation strategy project to provide benchmarks for the newly hired and trained employees. The collective results from the hiring managers, the training managers, and feedback from the new hires on how to evaluate and measure further employee training success after the 6-week period resulted in continuous improvement strategy evaluation programs for both the company and its employees. With measurement and benchmarks in place to provide Walmart's employees with the tools they need to assist their customers better, to save people money so they can live better, as well as the company's sustainability after new hire training. There are minimal risks associated with this project, and the estimated cost associated with this training are printing and supply costs for the training sessions. The deadline for completion is 8 weeks. And next is the competency model. Competency models are a key to optimizing talent systems, and without this common language, organizations risk making talent management processes inefficient and ineffective. Competency models are used to provide clear behaviorally based descriptions, clarifying the difference among effective, average, and ineffective job performance. These models communicate the behaviors that employees are expected to display and provide managers with a standardized vocabulary for discussing, evaluating, and coaching employee performance. Competency models also give organizations a useful benchmark to access employee potential to take on future jobs and roles and assignments within the company. The call center CSR competency model includes 8 competencies categorized into 3 tiers. The competencies fit neatly into 3 tiers that follow closely with the suggestions provided by the ONET Online Competency Model Guidelines. Specifically, the tiers are Tier 1, Personal Effectiveness Competencies, Tier 2, Workplace Competencies, and Tier 3, Technical Competencies. This model was developed to recruit, hire, train, and retain call center customer service representatives to meet the needs of Walmart.com. This model contains 8 essential competencies in 3 clusters designed to provide management with a tool to access the essential competencies of all call center customer service representatives, both current and future. The call center competency model will be used to make hiring decisions, guide ongoing evaluation, and for general ongoing training and development initiatives. Also, the competency model is critical to Walmart.com's call center success, as it offers the capability to apply a set of related knowledge, skills, and abilities to successfully perform functions or tasks in a defined work setting. Competencies often serve as the basis for skill standards that specify the level of knowledge, skills, and abilities needed for success, as well as potential measurement criteria for assessing competency attainment. Further, the competency model is specific to the call center, customer service representatives, and offers the representatives a way to not only access their current performance, but to see where they need to place more emphasis in order to move forward with the organization. Further, the competency model will be used in recruitment as a way to prevent bad hires. So Walmart.com has suffered significant financial distress as a result of poor hiring practices. Thus, by using this competency model, some of those challenges should be alleviated. Here is an example of the ROI analysis plan. It shows improved customer sales and service. But in addition, the analysis plan also covers the following data items. 2 is increased traffic to the website. 3, increased sales. And 4, increased new hire retention. And on the next slide, we have the work breakdown structure. So level 1 shows major project deliverables or products, while level 2 is intermediate or component deliverables that make up the major deliverables. And then level 3 tasks and any necessary subtasks. The client organization chose the new hire training program because the front line of customer service is always the first point of contact with the customer. So the client noted that customers must be given the best customer service possible, and a new hire training program will ensure quality customer service as well as repeat business, which leads to increased sales and employee retention. The client said that she would like to have more ways to engage the newly hired employees to stay on after the initial training program and provide quality customer service while increasing company sales and repeat business. Next is the deliverables. Customer service is an industry that touches most everyone. We rely on customer service agents to be responsive and to have a comprehensive understanding of how to help the customers. So while customer service agents are critical to our society, there are a number of challenges associated with recruiting, as well as retaining and developing customer service agents at the Walmart Contact Center. As a result of recent complaints regarding customer service at the Walmart Contact Center, a customer service training was developed. A project team was put together to develop a new customer service training program. And finally are the lessons learned. So completing this project took a lot of work, and along the way I learned a lot of lessons. Some of the lessons I learned include starting early. So I feel like I spent too much time conceptualizing the project when I should have just jumped into it. So by the time I did start, I had been thinking about it and knew what I wanted to do, but then needed to catch up. Work on the project constantly and don't take extended breaks, as it is harder to return to where you were. I would work on the project for a few days straight, then take a day or two while I didn't work on it. And then when I returned to it, I had to remember where I was and work to get my momentum back. Had I worked on it every single day, even if just for a short time, it would have been easier to stay focused. So it is a lot to keep straight. Many times during the project, I was just plain confused about what I needed to do and what I had already done. I should have asked more questions along the way instead of spinning my wheels on the same problem. I would have made more progress had I just asked more questions. So this project would have been easier had I had a real problem to address in my everyday work. However, I am not currently employed, which made the project a bit harder to coordinate. So while I worked with Debbie Williams at Walmart, it was not the same as having a real project to work on and develop. But my favorite part of this project was actually developing and training. And this is where I wish it were able to be used in a real practice. I am not sure the exact version would be used, but at least it would be a guide in creating a better training program. I enjoyed developing the program and thinking through the main components of the program and how it would work. So my least favorite part of this project was compiling the many different pieces into a single working document. There are so many different pieces of the project that it wasn't always easy to keep them straight. I got confused more than I would like to admit, and my overall organization was probably not very helpful. I wish I'd stayed more organized as I went through the courses in the program, and that would have helped in the final project for sure. In conclusion, I think the project went well, and the final product is one that I am proud of, but getting here could have been a better process. I should have stayed more organized from the first day of the program and been thinking about the project from the beginning. I think it would have been easier to conceptualize the overall project had I done so. All of that said, I am happy with the final project. Thank you very much.